All right, Sardinia. It's politically Italian, but the minute you get here, you can feel it. This island does not behave like a side dish. Welcome to Sardinia, where the beaches look like the Caribbean, the interior looks like it's testing your cardio levels. And Joe? He just asked if a beach club here takes loyalty cards. I watched him say it with his whole chest, too, like he was asking a serious civic question. Granite mountains that look like they've been left out in the sun too long. Water so clear you start checking your makeup. Old stone towns that are still lived in, not preserved. And beaches that make you briefly consider becoming one of those people who accidentally misses your flight home. Sardinia isn't one mood. It's a whole identity argument. Billionaire yachts in the north, parked like they own the sea. Cliff-hugging ruins in the south, hanging on in places you wouldn't put a chair. And wild, windy coastlines where you stop talking because the space doesn't need your commentary. Up north? That's where the glam lives. Costa Smeralda. The Emerald Coast. Emerald, like the water. Or the credit limit needed to dock your boat in Porto Cervo. Porto Cervo is all designer boutiques, manicured marinas, and Joe mistaking a $12 espresso for an investment in atmosphere. And it's not just the price, it's the performance of it. The tiny cup, the tiny spoon, the tiny sip. The way you're meant to look like you've always paid €12 to be lightly caffeinated. Beaches like Spiaggia del Principe and Capriccioli aren't just scenic, they're curated. Like nature had a stylist. And yes, they're beautiful. But it's a specific kind of beautiful. Even the rocks look arranged. Even the sun feels like it arrived on schedule. Now slide over to Alghero. Same island, completely different vibe. This one's got medieval walls, Catalan whispers in the architecture, and seafood so fresh it still has opinions. You can feel the shift in your shoulders. People are actually living here. Kids running, old men planted on corners, laundry doing what laundry does. It's not trying to be polished. It just is. It's lively, it's local, and it's where Joe tried to impress a waiter by pronouncing Neptune's grotto in his romantic voice. It backfired, like immediate regret. The waiter blinked twice, then offered him bread with the kind of patience you reserve for a well-meaning tourist. That grotto, though? Unreal. A dramatic sea cave carved right into the cliffs, so vast and cleanly shaped it looks engineered until you remember it's just water and time showing off. Accessible by boat or by cliff staircase cardio. Joe chose the stairs. Regretted it by step 6. He called it worth it around step 12. By step 20, all conversation ceased, and he was negotiating terms for me to carry him. Or tie a rope to him and pull. Feeling bold? Head to Ogliastra, where mountains drop into the sea like they just gave up on being subtle. This is where Sardinia stops flirting and starts staring you down. Cala Golorizze is postcard perfect. White pebbles that crunch under your feet, limestone arches, and water so clear it feels like it's going to judge your sunscreen application. And it's not a casual pop down for a quick dip coast. This coast is earned, not handed to you. Hidden coves, boat access only, hikes that quietly expose the difference between beachwear and walking gear. You notice it in your feet first, then in every choice you made that morning. And the inland, Gennargentu Mountains, remote, rugged, home to Sardinia's famous Blue Zone communities, regions linked to long life, where movement is built into the day and meals stay stubbornly simple. And the thing you notice isn't just, oh wow, longevity, it's the pace. The way nobody's rushing for anything, the way the landscape is not interested in making your life easy, and daily life quietly trains the body without calling it exercise. Now down south, Cagliari, Sardinia's capital with layers of history stacked like your laundry when you swear you'll fold it. It's one of those cities where you look up and you keep finding more city. Stairs, balconies, a sudden view, then a street that feels like it's been there longer than your family name. The Castello district sits above it all. Roman, medieval, Spanish, the architectural version of yes, and you feel it in the stone under your shoes. Not museum stone, working stone, the kind that's been worn smooth by people who weren't sightseeing. And the beach? Poeto. Long, local, and low-key. Where people don't pose, they just are. You can show up in whatever state you're in. Nobody is curating themselves. They're just living their day. Chairs, families, someone yelling across the sand like it's their living room. Further west, it gets raw. Industrial ruins reclaimed by nature. Dramatic cliffs with no crowds. Beaches that feel like secrets. Joe tried to film a slow-mo walk and tripped on his own vibe. Twice. And the second time, he tried to play it off like it was a creative choice. It was not. Let's talk food, because Sardinia doesn't just serve you dishes. It serves you its history. But also, it serves you its attitude. There's no apologizing here. No foam, no tiny little herbs scattered on top like it's doing something. Porchedu, roast suckling pig. Tender, smoky, unapologetically slow cooked. And when I say slow, I mean you can taste that someone waited. You can taste that this wasn't thrown together. The skin crackles. The meat pulls. It's perfect pain carousel. Thin, crisp, addictively snackable flatbread. The kind where you start just having a piece, and then suddenly you've made it your entire personality for 10 minutes. Crunchy, dry, delicious, until you add anything and it softens like it's giving in. Sheep's milk cheeses. Rustic, creamy, sharper than Joe's opinions on folding maps. I watched him take one bite and go into lecture mode, not because anyone asked, because he couldn't help himself. And the wine? Strong, local, often homemade. Riddle time. All right, my lovelies, time to earn that beach nap. Here's the question. Sardinia is home to thousands of prehistoric stone towers found nowhere else in the world. What are they called? A. Trulli. B. Nuraghe. C. Dolmen. D. Tholos. Drop your guess, A, B, C, or D, in the comments, and tag the friend who needs a beach escape with a side of Bronze Age drama. Want to check out what we're up to? Or see footage of Joe losing a flip-flop mid-sunset? Slide on over to quizzes.gamaflare.com. You'll find our previous fun adventures, leaderboard updates. Are you climbing? Bonus photos from our Sardinian chaos. A possible video montage titled Joe vs. Flatbread, an epic struggle. Tomorrow, we ditch the yachts and head into something older, deeper, and a little mysterious. Hint, bronze stones, ancient towers, and maybe a goat or two. And if you're still dreaming of Costa Smeralda, just remember, it's not about being seen. It's about seeing Joe try to snorkel without losing his sunglasses. Ciao for now, my sun-kissed sleuths. Cue the confetti. Grab your party hat, your loudest kazoo, or just Joe's leftover pastry wrapper and wave it like a flag. Because it's celebration time, darlings. We're spinning that gloriously glittering wheel of wonder to find out who's strutting into today's spotlight like the trivia royalty they are. Drumroll, please. Preferably dramatic, with jazz hands. Congratulations to our lucky winner. You'll get a message in your comment faster than Joe can say, "Is that pastry free?" So keep those peepers peeled and your inbox ready. We just need your details to send over your sparkly surprise. And yes, glitter is optional, but highly recommended. Didn't see your name this time? Don't spiral. Darling, this is a series, not a saga. The next quiz is just hours away, and your spotlight moment might be one spin away. So stay sharp, stay fabulous, and most importantly, stay in the game. Your turn is coming. I can feel it in my trivia bones.